Can we blame to the student for it? No. Simple thing. There was a missing of the eye contact. Though the voice was reaching to you, words were reaching to you, but it was very difficult to perceive what that means. Until and unless you being a teacher is not looking at them. So looking itself is a very big thing in the life of teacher. I am telling you. Let every student must feel he is actually teaching to me, and that is quite possible when you look at the corner of the class. That makes a difference in life. That is one aspect of it. Secondly, what was the reason? There was a gap of communication. Only he was speaking. You were not actually allowed to express and ask anything in majority of the cases that we see in the class. So we carry all misconcept about, and we carry that perception कि जो मैंने सीख लिया, probably that is the only final thing. So my dear friend, what I advise and insist on, don't let this happen. Because you are teaching them, they are the partner. Until and unless their participant doesn't come, you will find result is going to be like this only throughout. So, your time, your teaching, their learning, how they are related to each other. Communication, word doesn't have any value and meaning until unless you don't add that value with the help of your body gesture, posture, expression, looking at them, that having whole contribution as a teacher in your communication. Agree or not agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now we'll see one more experiment. Let us see the difference then. Because these are the cause we identified. We need to find out the solution on this cause as well. Otherwise, it's half done. Let us see the next exercise I'm giving. And next exercise says, come Avisha. The liberty is actually given to you to actually ask the question to sir and clear your doubts. Don't do anything, I'm repeating again. Don't do anything on your paper until unless you are not very clear about it. He is there to reply your query. He also having liberty to actually ask question to you. He having a freedom to demonstrate. Use whatever resources available here to make you convinced what that diagram is all about. Okay? Vishal, ready? So this is in front of you. You can actually keep here and these are the 5 squares. Use anything to ask question to them. You please ask question to sir and let us have a different environment altogether. And what are the time, sir? 1:30. 1:30. Yes, sir. Vishal, your time start.
Now again there are 5 squares. First square, all the squares are inclined vertically again. First square is horizontal square. First square is horizontal one. Second square, horizontal means it is not inclined. Likewise,
X-axis.
on x-axis only, it is not here. Second one, it is 45-degree inclined and touching to the right hand bottom corner of the first square.
Don't do anything, I am repeating again, until and unless you are not very clear what you are doing.
Is it touching to corner or
Center. It is touching to this corner of the top side.
Right side, no?
According to your side, I am telling you, this is the first square you are having. Second square, which is located and connected to this corner, and it is 45-degree inclined. Likewise this.
I am repeating again, don't do anything till you are not clear about it, because freedom is given to you to ask the question.
This one, at this corner, it is connected. Likewise this. Is it
How
okay?
many of you falls in this category? No? I will write 0. How many of you falls in this category? Must have drawn at least 1 correct. No? How many of you falls in this category? Must have drawn at least 2 correct. No? Okay. How many of you think so? You must have fallen here in this category. Okay, 3 people. How many of you think so must have done all 4 correct? Please count, Vishal.
15, 17.
1 7. Okay. Now how many of you falls in this category?
Balance out.
Okay, balance out. Okay, I will write 25. 25 in general. Okay? Sure about it? Doubly sure? Now let us see. Let us see. Let us see what comes on the screen. The diagram was like this. Diagram was like this. Are you sure about it? Exactly. Now my dear. All right. Fantastic. Now my dear friend, just for a second. Yeah, very nice. Very good. Just for a second. See the glory on your face, I am telling you. See the level of energy what you are exhibiting just now. See the confidence on your face. I am able to actually see all your teeth. Why this happened? Why this happened, my dear friend? This is all miracle. Can you imagine? Indirectly class in the merit list. All passed. All passed actually with 100% marks. And just actually 5 minutes before, what was the situation? Situation was different. Here, the learning perception is exactly as per the expectation of a teacher. ये 5 मिनट में ऐसा क्या मिरेकल हो गया? ये 5 मिनट में मिरेकल कहाँ से हो गया? कि वहाँ से हम वहाँ पहुँच गए? Probably reason is what? What is the reason for it? Anybody? Eye contact was there. Was that the only factor? Explanation, demonstration. Now see the demonstration, how that is important in the classroom. Correct? Because you must be having a lot of doubts in your mind, but every student doesn't have that dare to ask the question. In understanding the requirement and the problem at the same time, if teacher demonstrate, there is no any scope of actually having any doubts in mind, number 1. Second most important factor is the participative learning. You became a partner in learning of your own. You became a partner in learning of your own, and now see the miracles happen. Yes or no?
Yes.
So don't you think Vishal deserve a very big applause? So likewise, my dear friend, we have to, because all the time we cannot actually keep telling them. Some experiments are also required, some exercises also required, and probably this exercise having its own value. And don't you think that is very worth? Don't you think that is very worth value? Yes, it's very worthy exercise, and you also have to kind of conduct in the same manner the way we have just actually experienced how actually we have conducted. And keep motivating them for creating intrinsic kind of learning environment, participative learning environment. Okay? Yeah, last few slides, only 1 or 2, not more than that. Tell me, my dear friend, there are only 4 words there, and this is all related to us. I will read for you. For those actually who are sitting at the back, I mentioned here thoughts, I mentioned here feeling, behavior and performance. Tell me, as a teacher, we are accountable for what? Not accountable for the performance? You think so? Even if you don't perform, your place is there in the organization? Then what is most important for you as a teacher? Performance, meant well. Yes or no? Yes. I want again one voice, yes. Yes. Exactly. Now see the value of performance, my dear friend. I stated already, there is no place of those who are not performing at the workplace. That doesn't mean they have a place at home. This is my word. If you are there, if you don't perform at home, you will be neglected even you are at home also. Forget about the workplace. So performance as an integral part of our life. There is no place, there is no respect, there is no regard actually to those who are not performing, I am telling you. Nowhere. So we need to actually understand, since actually we are accountable and responsible actually for the performance of the student, how I am supposed to actually motivate them then for that. Because your performance depends upon their performance. And that's why I mentioned these all 4 points which are equally important. Because you address like them. Though you are a teacher by profession, but at the end you are all human beings. Apart from professional, our personal life is also equally important, and probably this will certainly help in both the areas, personal as well as professional life as well. Then motivate them, trigger them. You must have seen a lot of actually students who falls in this category. You must have actually seen a lot of fellow colleagues who falls in this category. Which are the category? They have thought like this. What are the thoughts? Thoughts are very irrational. Thoughts are very unreasonable, very foolish, very bad, very silly thoughts. Don't you think, my dear friend, you must have seen a lot of actually people like this? Ask like this question to them. Then what happened to those people? That experience also you must be having as a teacher, seeing all students and or fellow colleagues across, they feel like this. Very panic, very terror, very anxious, very nervous, very awkward, and very tense at the same time. They feel like this inside. And their feeling reflect in the form of behavior with the other in this form. You will find their behavior is useless. Their behavior is ineffective. Their behavior is inappropriate. And what we see sometimes is very wrong also. Don't you think you must have seen a lot of actually students fall in this category? Not only that, they are hopeless sometimes. We have seen a lot of actually people in our society, they are very irritating and very frustrating. And for the joke purpose, even actually for triggering actually some energy, just imagine, my dear teachers, if you get a life partner like this, what will happen? Then, sir, possible nahi hai. When that is not possible there, then how it is possible to actually tolerate these people in their behavior? And you will find that reflect in their performance. Majority of the time, they are very poor in performance. Not only that, they are unproductive, uncreative, and non-achieving. And once you fall in that category, you will find the similar thoughts start coming in your mind, and that goes in vicious cycle. But at the same time, you must have seen a lot of actually students, lot of our fellow colleagues, relative friends falls in this category having very rational thought, very balanced thought, very lucid thought, very coherent thought, very wise and very sensible thoughts. Then how they feel inside? They feel very calm, very peaceful, very composed and very confident, well secure. Don't you think? And you must actually see and observe among the students, even fellow colleagues, what they behave with. Their behavior is absolutely appropriate, befitting the way we are expecting it to them to behave. And what is their behavior? Is highly stimulating. They stimulate, highly inspiring, highly encouraging. They are very optimistic. And not only that, what I see and what we see, basically their nature is very cheerful. Don't you think? And that reflect in their performance. How they perform? They perform very good. Not only good, but the level of quality performance is also very high. They are the people who are very productive and very high achievers. And once you now see this kind of actually performance, they start actually thinking like this, and that goes again in the vicious cycle. Agree or not agree? And you stated that performance is an integral part of us. We are accountable and responsible for it. And for having that performance, what is most important factor we have to adopt? What is most important thing here? Thoughts. Mind well, my dear friend, I also did some research on this. I have data of last 20 years from the Nagpur itself. If you just split this 20 years of last 20 years into 10 years, first 10 year when I was seeing the statistics from the Nagpur and Vidarbha belt, only 4 or 5 students they used to actually go in IITs and NITs. This I am referring right now. And if you just see the reference last 10-year data, you will find that number goes up to 200 and even more than that who are going in NIT and IITs. So this actually created a lot of actually curiosity in me, and I started actually searching what miracles happen in the field. And my dear friend, no wrong in actually stating the name of that institute. I went there and I asked that madam, I'm seeing actually a lot of actually students from your institute you are producing who are taking admission in IIT and NIT. What you are doing? I am also actually attached to this teaching profession. I am also accountable for their performance. Let me understand from here, because I am amazed to see the performance and reflection. And that lady replied so beautifully. And that word what actually was referring, that is imbibed in me. What she referred? Sir, it is ऐसा नहीं है sir कि अभी बच्चे पैदा intelligent हो रहे हैं, पहले भी होते थे. And I am not doing anything. They are all brilliant by their birth. What I am doing, sir? I am doing only creating actually waves of good thoughts in their mind, and that is quite enough for me. Rest, what they are doing everything on their own. My responsibility to now see that what best actually I can share with them in the form of good thoughts and motivate them. I have seen they born very intelligent, they are very talented. They can conquer the world. My role is not there. My role is here to bring good thoughts in them. That reflects automatically in their performance. And that is true, my dear friend. That is very true. So being a teacher, since actually we are handling them in the class, we have to actually motivate those all participants who are sitting. One simple thought, if you bring in their mind, that can actually makes a difference in their life. My dear friend, we can actually put a number of examples. Now see, he himself, and put him in that category. Thought, very rational, very balanced, very lucid, very coherent, very wise. The kind of actually feeling he having, very calm, very peaceful, very composed. Correct? Don't you think? And now see the behavior of this person. Absolutely appropriate, befitting, highly stimulating, highly inspiring, encouraging, optimistic, and I always actually find him cheerful across. What about his performance? Can we doubt? Very high quality performance across. Whatever actually he did actually with excellence. My dear friend, you can actually quote this example, and you can actually quote n number of actually examples to them, just to actually make them realize, yes, there is a worth and value in it. When we are all actually struggling to actually perform, ultimately that start actually with the thought process first. And my dear friend, mind well and emphasize on them, by all means and by any means, you are very important component of the society, who got a license to actually change the life of people. Nobody else, even God cannot do this. Neither their parent can do that. What you can actually change in their life. So don't let you down. I know that being a teaching profession, you are facing a lot of other challenges, but still, आपका replacement दुनिया में कोई नहीं हो सकता. Itna respect, regard actually we get as a teacher, you will not find anybody getting actually in their profession. So that's why you are very important, and you feel important. You being actually serving in this particular sector. And there's one story, my simple dear friend, very simple story. I will narrate actually in very short. A gentleman once actually visited a temple under the construction, where he saw a sculptor making an idol of God. And suddenly he noticed a similar idol lying nearby. And then, surprised, he asked the sculptor, "Do you need two statues of the same idol?" Then he replied, "No," said the sculptor without looking up, "and we need only one, but the first one got damaged at the last stage." The gentleman examined the idol and found no apparent damage. "Where is the damage?" he asked. "There is a scratch on the nose of the idol," said the sculptor, still busy with his work. "Where are you going to actually install this idol?" he asked the question to sculptor. The sculptor replied that it would be installed on a pillar of 20 feet high. If the idol is that high, who is going to actually know that there is a scratch on the nose? The gentleman asked. The sculptor stopped his work, looked up the gentleman and smiled and said, what he said? He said, "I know it and God knows it." Such a beautiful story. And what is the moral of it? The moral of it, the desire to excel should be exclusive of the fact whether someone is appreciating you or not. Don't worry about it. Our profession is like this. Don't expect any appraisal. Don't expect actually any praise to actually come in your word, you have to actually keep doing all good work across. Excellence is a drive from outside, inside, not from outside. So you have to have that intrinsic motivation. And last but not the least, what is the moral? Excel at a task today, not necessarily for someone else to notice, but for your own satisfaction. My dear friend, generally what actually we see when headmaster actually taking around, when principal is actually taking around, at that time actually we charge up and we start actually doing so many things. The moment actually that passed, अरे ठीक है चलो अच्छा होगा चलेगा. So ऐसा लगता है जैसे कि we are working for him. Mind well, my dear friend, will remain there only, the way we are and where we are. Forget about what actually the people are saying, forget about whether they are looking at you or not. You are working for yourself, and that is your responsibility and job and accountability. And until unless you being a teacher, who are role model for so many thousands and thousands of people, you have to actually set an example like this. Don't you think? So when we are referring actually about the excellence in life as a teacher is nothing but your own attitude. It is all actually inside. And don't let you down your own value as a teacher. Right? Last slide again. Who is he? Amir Khan. Known for what? Perfection. He always actually try to actually fit into the character. If you just actually see any movie, he is quite near to that character and the demand of that character. My dear friend, remind them, he did actually one movie long back. What was that movie? Ghazni. At that time, the character was demanding him to look like him. At that time, he had a weight of only 67 kg. He worked almost for 5 to 6 hours in a day, sacrificing all personal things. And he started looking like him. Looking like the character. Not only that, now see, who is he? He is also Amir Khan in Dangal. The demand of the character was like this, to look like him. He started actually doing sacrifice, all personal requirement and personal thing aside. Mind well, my dear friend. Change as per the need. We are also playing a role. We did not actually born as a teacher. We are playing a role of a teacher. And unless you don't change and fit into that character as a teacher, the kind of respect, the kind of actually now recognition he has, will not have that recognition, I'm telling you. So time has actually come because the competition is enormous around. You have to actually now change the role and you have to actually prepare yourself to actually fit into that character as a teacher. The way we are appreciating him, the student will also actually appreciate you as a teacher. Correct? So my dear friend, he is a little legendary figure. Started actually from a lot of actually struggle in the life. But name, fame, award, reward, recognition, everything comes. But comes only after proving your worth. Don't forget it. Correct? So my dear friend, you just have to tell them at the end what APJ Abdul Kalam says. What he said? Small aim is a big crime. God himself actually wants everybody to become a big in their life. If you don't aim for yourself, if you don't aim high, mind well, we are doing big crime. And that's the greatest lesson actually ever we have to actually learn from our APJ Abdul Kalam sir. Was a legendary teacher for so many thousands and thousands of students and teachers. And that was the purpose why we gathered here in the form of teaching in you. Don't you think that is all worth for you?
Yes, sir.
So my dear friend, this is the story. You can actually certainly look whenever I type permit, because story also actually very interesting story. The story is actually Chinese wisdom that is already shared with you. If time permit, actually you can certainly click this story and tell them. Should I right now? It will take hardly 2 minutes time, but worth sharing. I am telling you. This story is all about the Chinese wisdom where that one old lady was staying, and that lady had actually 2 big pots of the water. And out of these 2 pots, one pot was cracked, one pot was damaged, and one pot was intact. And she used to actually carry water in both the pots since long distance every day. And the rest of the thing you will find in this story. Such a beautiful story I am telling you. Let us watch this story. particularly for those that was sitting at back. It will be difficult to read. So this is very beautiful story I'm telling you. If you just like narrate in your own language, it will certainly add a lot of layer. And at the end, my dear friend, don't forget to say thanks to them. Correct? So this is all about the teacher in you, the short version of teacher in you. Though this topic is very, very big, because originally it was designed for 5 days, then commercial program we have designed for 1 day, and now CSR design for only 3.5 hours. Now see my dear friend, I am very confident the kind of talent is sitting here, the kind of experience you have, you can deliver this much better than what you received just now today. I am very confident about it. But only thing is that we need to have certain thing to look in. One is practice, very essential. And one of the very, very important aspect, get emotionally attached with this topic. Being a teacher, it is expected that you must get attached with this topic. Once you attach, it will come automatically. It is my guarantee. Correct? And this is the social work actually what we are doing. Being a teacher, helping other teachers to now develop is a social work, social angle. And don't you think that as an educational institute, it's a moral responsibility and duty? Not always we have to look at the commercial aspect of our services. We look at the emotional aspect, the social aspect as well. So by keeping that social aspect in mind, you have actually designed this short version of teacher in you, and I hope you will justify with this topic. If any problem comes, if any difficulty comes, I have shared everything to you. Little change in the slides, I will share these new slides also. We have recorded actually entire talk today. This all is going to be with you. If any problem comes in, as a request, just peep in and see where a problem exists and try to improve. And I want to see this institution to go to that level. Nobody can dare to dream about it. So wishing you all the best. Thank you very much.
Really, I know this is not a time to advise you anymore. But uh, I want to share the success of this particular program with you. Initially, we were thinking that not many inputs are required to be given to you, that how the teacher should be. But we came to know that we found a team of potential teachers, and whatever the expectations of these people, you are up to that level. So I must congratulate you on this occasion. And the sole purpose of this particular program, the people, those who have delivered here, are advising you. They are not somebody great or great teachers. Only thing is that we want to just brush up. You are all good teachers. I know by choice you get or you enter in this profession. Nobody by accident came, or nobody has compelled you to join this profession. So teacher is already there in you. Now the purpose is to just bring that teacher which is deeply rooted, it is to the surface. That is the job of ours. So don't misunderstand that we are something advising or telling you different stories. No. You are already a good teachers, contributing well. When we are exposed to the other world, means we are making to the higher SSC and SSC teacher or college teacher. So we should be precise enough what is to be told to them and what is to be shared. That is why we are here. So, lot many professors are the representative of different institutes. They have shared their thoughts. For example, from academic, Dr. Rajdas, from university, JHR University, Dr. Kane, then IIT 2, Mr. Manish Chava, then Professor Lakshmi, Sahare Madam from IIT, then Vijay Karke, Ravin Wankhede and others. Friends, you are representing the institute. The presentation was same. But it is the views of a teacher. This is the quality and the capacity or capability of the teacher, that the same point you are explaining in different words. Your perception or interpretation is different. But we are converging to that point. Okay? And a teacher or a good teacher will not believe. कोणाचा विश्वास बसणार नाही की मी कधीतरी चांगला टीचर होतो आणि सायन्स स्टेट टीचर अवॉर्ड इन द इयर 1998. So after spending 25 years in teaching and 15 years in administration, Madam Sahare said that lot many things are there other than the teaching profession, and that is why they are not getting enough time to prepare themselves. This is not the case. Nowadays, a teacher is a facilitator. And lot many things in the interest of government, in the interest of management, we have to do other than the teaching. It doesn't mean that we have to do the injustice with the teaching. That is of prime importance. And you are recognized outside as a teacher, not as somebody filling the ICT information or something like that. No. Your identity is a teacher, and teacher must reflect everywhere in every walk of life. That is expected. And you can interpret in your words whatever is being told to you here or you are taking at home. When you see the other people in different communities, different cities and institutes, so you have your own idea and you try to impress them by these things. I think this is expected. And the sole success of the particular training program we are imparting at lot many places in batches of say 40 to 50. So see that never anywhere the image of the group is kept intact. Okay? So everything is okay, share and all that, but see that it is well within the limit, and nowhere there should not be any damage to the glory and fame of the group. So please, because you are the ambassador, you are the representative of the group, and you are representing the management as well. Our motto is hidden. We want admission, but it is told by Honorable Chairman that successfully in your 3 visits, never talk of admission. Don't say that we came for the admission. People know, they understand the things, but by your own, don't get exposed or tell them that yes, you came for the admission. मग त्या LIC एजंटची जशी गत होते, nobody is allowed or used to entertaining. तर तसं होईल, आपल्याला कोणी उभं करणार नाही. तर आपल्यामध्ये ज्या चांगल्या क्वालिटीज आहे त्या आपल्या ग्रुपमध्ये ते पोटेन्शियल आहे ते सांगा, इन्फ्रा सांगा, तुमचे काय लॉरेन्स आहे ते सांगा, अचिव्हमेंट सांगा. डोंट directly ask them for admission. If they are convinced by their own, then they will definitely join for the training and they will come to us. Okay? So, good qualities in us, please try to explore over there and try to become very, very impactful and famous amongst them so that by their own they will be convinced. And every teacher, the chairman said that if 15,000 teachers we are imparting training, if a single teacher is bringing one admission, or if you are successful enough to do that job, our target will be completed. But that is the hidden target, please. So be with us. Thank you very much.